All right, I am back with another UFO sightings case. This is from Kent, Ohio. So let's see what this one's all about. Um, 1966. A scout ship sighting followed by a mothership sighting that lasted well over an hour. So that's a synopsis. This can be verified by checking with two newspapers. Oh, okay. Wow. Um, so it must be like a well-known mass sighting. The Record Courier in Portage County and the Akron Beacon Journal in Summit County. Wow. Sorry I didn't keep the clippings. Okay, so this must be a well-known case though. Like just not an obscure one though. My 10-year-old daughter and I were departing my parents' hillside home after a tremendous blizzard had layered 3 to 4 feet of snow over the ground. As we pulled out of the driveway onto the street, I looked back up at the house, marveling at the clarity of the sky after such rotten weather, and saw a small, bright, white light descending slowly toward the horizon. I stopped the car and pointed it out to her, thinking it might be a shooting star, but realizing at the same time it was traveling too slow, appearing to be a controlled approach. Ooh. As it approached the treetops, it decelerated more rapidly, and the bright white light took on an increasingly bluish tinge that appeared as a ring of light below the craft. Oh, wow. So it decelerated more rapidly, and the bright white light took on an increasingly bluish tinge that appeared as a ring of light below the craft. Huh. It slowly settled behind the treetops, probably not more than 1,500 feet behind the house, in a woodsy and uninhabited area that we used for riding horses. There was a large treeless hill back there, which must have been where they landed. Oh, wait, what? Where they landed? I was late getting home to fix dinner, so I didn't return to my parents' home, but drove straight to mine in Twin Lakes. I immediately called my parents and spoke to my mother, telling her something landed behind the house and to send my teenage brother out to investigate. She just laughed and said he wasn't home. I said, "Send Pop." She said, "No way. I will wade through the deep snow." In my frustration, I didn't think of calling the police. Rather, I called a reporter friend, John Fowler of the Record Courier, and asked if he'd had any other reports of a similar sighting. He also laughed. I'm getting used to people laughing by now, he said. He just said in parentheses, and asked if I was sure it wasn't the moon. Note, I am a licensed pilot and have several other sightings at various times. When I assured him I knew the difference between a controlled craft and the moon, he asked if he could report it in the paper. After all this laughter, I acceded but qualified it by saying, "Just don't use my name." I was running my own business at the time, and there are closed-minded people, you know. My little news article appeared on the front page of the following day, headed "Twin Lakes Woman Sights UFO." Okay. The following day, as I picked up the Beacon Journal and read the front page report in the local section of large numbers of people in Shalersville watching a large cigar-shaped mothership. Wait, what? The front page report of the Beacon Journal that he was reading the following day had large numbers of people in Shalersville watching a large cigar-shaped mothership hover over them for over an hour at the precise time I saw the scout ship. Wow. I wondered how John felt missing out on that news. Those folks watched the scout ships leaving and arriving to the mothership, entering and exiting. What? Oh my gosh. Please tell me I can find that report too. What? What puzzles me is the total lack of reporting on the investigation of incidents such as these. We all know the famous case of the sheriff's deputy from our county seal, Ravenna, from our county seat, Ravenna, Ohio, sighting and pursuing a craft into Pennsylvania for a couple of hours chase. That poor guy, when he tried to provide the information he had at hand, was ridiculed and eventually lost his job. That must have been the Atwater, Ohio case that I do have that report on my channel. I did a video on that a while back. And maybe even his sanity. I understand he had lots of problems in his life thereafter. You can check on my report through the newspaper's microfiche files. Sorry, I'm not positive about the date. It's approximate. I have other sightings and experiences that occurred at different times and other locations if they would be of interest. Witness is currently a very experienced pilot. Date is approximate. We have invited her to explore the newspapers to obtain a precise date for the incident. Wow. So this person's sighting was like a disc-shaped craft, and she calls it like a scout ship because people were seeing a large like cigar-shaped craft in another area. Wow. So this is definitely a legit case, for sure. And it's got a lot to it, it looks like. All right. It's 1966. That's a pretty good one. So that will be the video. Kent, Ohio was that one from 1966. So 1966 has a lot of good UFO reports, and this is just another one of those. So hope you find the video interesting, and I have a lot more where this came from, and I will be back with more UFO content soon.